Welcome back, everybody, to Stardew Valley, here on Fantasy Farm, where the spirits are mad. We'll have a greater chance to find ladders and shafts, and we have the blessing of friendship. How fitting, since today is the luau. That would be a good time for it. Hi, Delta. Thanks for helping me clean up around the valley. The water's looking much cleaner. I think everyone will appreciate it. I know I will. As well as saying thanks, I wanted to teach you a way to grow your own fiber. I hope it's useful. Linus. New crafting recipe, fiber seeds. That's actually quite useful, yes, Linus, as I was running pretty low. So for mixed seeds, 1 clay, and 5 sap, you can get these in 7 days. You can plant them in any season. They do not require watering. Very nice. That will definitely be handy. Alright, since today is the luau, obviously we need to bring something to potluck. I do want to bring it, I think, between the luau bonus and also the friendship bonus. We could probably get within striking distance, if not very close, to completing max hearts with the dwarf and Ken. Or at the very least dwarf, since he's only 1 away. We'll see, though. First, however, it's time to do some routine. I'm actually going to go ahead and cut back in here just to show that Floof has now floofed. He will now start providing wool for us, so that is a nice little bonus. I'm glad to see he's a fully grown boy already. It seems like we just got him not that long ago, but yeah, he's ready to start doing it. So yeah, we'll start getting the wool from him as well. So that'll be a nice little bonus. Let's take a quick look in here. This looks like it's ready to be harvested, so I'll have to grab the scythe for that. Let's grab some more coffee. Yeah, this is also ready too, since we didn't plant that wheat too terribly long ago, so that'll give us more space for other things, which is good. First, let's move back here, and I will show you all exactly what we've got in terms of moving things around. So this is what we're selling: our mayonnaise, our cheese, our truffle, the cloth. I'll go ahead and sell that fire quartz, the clay, and the dried mushrooms as well. Add this in. Scythe. Any other seeds? I'm pretty sure we have some squash, yeah, left over. And I think that's it. Oh, here was the extra stuff in here. I guess we could grab these, sure. Don't really need the fertilizer for anything, so yeah, this will do nicely. So that was not there a second ago, so I don't know why it was there now, but it was. Grabbed the wrong scythe, but I guess it's not really the wrong scythe, since any of them would be able to harvest the wheat here, so not a big deal. Also, I forgot about these. Looks like the peppers are ready. And the coffee beans, too. These are easy to miss because the plant barely looks like it's changed, but yeah, let's get those going. Yeah, we'll start planting those into kegs to make coffee. For the high-quality ones, 420, nice. For the high-quality ones, I'll probably just sell those, honestly. I don't really think there's any need for me to keep anything, because, like, it'll still be the same. It might give you double coffee, not completely sure on that, but it's not that big a deal, ultimately. The luau has begun at the beach. Yes, it has, indeed. So we'll figure out what we're bringing there momentarily. I don't really feel like I need the wheat for much, but I still do want to keep it, because it is going to be used, yeah, great for breads and cakes, so will be used for a little bit. I think that's all of what we'll keep. Also, I can put the hay in there. That's a little bit extra. That's probably a day's worth if I had to guess. I should check the farm computer and see exactly how much that is. Let's find out real quick. How much hay do I have? 266 out of 480, so we still got plenty overall. For the luau, I've got a gold star melon. I think that will work just fine. There's no gifting, but I can always talk to people at the luau. Let me take a look. Yeah, we're getting closer on that too. That's good. I don't really need crafting stuff. At some point, if I find a gold animal cracker, that will be helpful. I'm hoping the bookseller will have at least Way of the Wind 2. One of these is an area we can't reach, and I don't remember where the last 2 are. Still gotta wait on the fishing. So I think we're pretty much good to go straight to the luau. I don't think there's anything else. But very quickly. Also, I need to move these lightning rods. How about you? Nothing to complain about? Okay, so you're still good for the time being. I'll move this down here. Clear out some debris that I did not realize was there. Oops. I'll put another one here, I guess. We still have plenty of time to get to the luau, so I'm not in a super big rush. I know one of the other ones is like being able to walk through your crops and your grass faster, and I think the other one is horse the book, which is horse speed up, which would also be good. See if we could grab all those from the cellar. That would be very handy to have. I think because they don't take a lot of time and I'm looking in the wrong chest, I'm going to go ahead and get the coffee beans rolling to start getting more cups of coffee. It does take 5 of them, so yeah. Despite the huge influx we're getting, it won't be super, super quick, but that's okay. Where are my carrots? There they are. Yeah, I was gonna think about doing the you know in the luau, but no, I'd rather have the friendship points. Once I've got full friendship with everybody, then we can kind of do that, but For the record, doing that actually somehow does not cause you to lose any friendship points with anybody. I don't know how, but it doesn't. Also, there is a secret... Oh, it's locked. There is a secret second prize ticket that I could pick up at some point, but for right now we can't, so let's just go to the luau and have a good time. Oh, this bench has been cooking in the sun all day. Yeah. I eagerly anticipate my visit to Stardew Valley each year. There's a palpable charm in the air. Given our distinguished guest today, I expect all of you to be on your best behavior. For those of you who bought something for the potluck, contribute your ingredients to the soup cauldron. We'll do that momentarily. This festival always has the best food. Leeking garlic mashed potatoes. Honey, I think I've died and gone to heaven. Now don't overeat, dear. I don't want you getting a stomachache. My dad's obsessed with the governor's visit. Everything has to be perfect. I think he's hoping to be mayor someday. Next year I gotta remember to bring my electric guitar and mention a solo at this part of the song. Isn't it wonderful to see our community come together like this? I try to treasure these moments. I can't decide what to eat. There's too many options to choose from. Yeah. Now you got a melon soup as well. Gusset used my potatoes to make several dishes for the buffet. So what kind of ingredient are you adding to the soup? Nothing, because I already did. But do I have to eat it? One bad ingredient can ruin the whole soup. Yeah, it sure can. Demetrius, it's because it's fun. Why do humans enjoy dancing? Perhaps as an instinctual mechanism so we'll inadvertently convey our genetic quality to potential mates? I can't wait for a bowl of piping hot soup. After you're dancing, I figured you'd be looking for something colder. It's all in the hips. I think I'm going to take a break soon, though. I'm getting sweaty. I'll never turn down free food. Can you smell that? It's a signal the roast is almost ready. The luau, the hustle and bustle of town brought to my very doorstep. It smells bringing back powerful memories. That can be good or bad. Hopefully good. For the summer season gets busy for farmers, be sure you don't overwork yourself. Why can't I go play by the tide pools? Oh, wait. I see you sneakily hiding back here. Hello. Soup, dancing? No, thank you. I'm perfectly content right here. Besides, someone needs to keep watch in case a monster appears. I think we'll be fine. Oh, missed Alex Naylor. Don't block the sun. I'm just getting the right spot to avoid getting any tan lines. Do you think if I went in the water, other people would follow? I don't want to be a solo swimmer. I mean, I sure would. Can we get to Pierre to talk to him? The moment Lewis steps away from the governor, that's my moment to rub elbows. I didn't see you there. You want to buy something? Talk to me on the other side of the counter. Yeah, what you got? Yeah, you still got the jungle decal Starfruit for way too much. I do want to grab some of these torches. I think I'm good on just the 2 totem poles. I'll grab a few more of these ceiling leaves. And a few of the bigger jungle things. I feel like that's good. Like I said, I like the jungle aesthetic, so for me it's a no-brainer. Should we move forward with the luau? The governor seems a little hungry. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, I must have missed some people on the pier, because I missed Sebastian for sure. And Willie. I hope that you contributed high-quality ingredients. We want the governor to leave with a good impression. I mean, it was a gold star, so I figure it's pretty good. if you're wondering, like, I've never seen an iridium quality crop, like, not when you've harvested. The forageable, sure, but, like, where are the iridium quality ones? There is a specific type of... Let's see it. That's the best soup I've ever tasted. Excellent. There is a specific type of fertilizer that you can get very late game. It's in that area we haven't opened yet. That will make crops iridium quality. That's why you haven't seen them. So gold is pretty much the best you can do for right now. The governor wasn't kidding. The super's out of this world. Time to head home. But more importantly, how did that do with our friendship? Oh, okay. We got Kenna up another heart, so they both each have one left. We're very close to our overall goal. That's good. These cracking. Get this quite literally cracking. And I do think it is probably high time I built another large chest, because we are kind of out of space. Also, we're kind of out of wood. I need to fix that too, because we spent a lot on the casks. Aha! I see what it was. Hello. I forgot to check. Let me do a quick little bit of research to see what specifically I should do with this. Alright, we are back. So basically, you can keep this as an item, which is a capsule with something bubbling inside. That's the actual description. Or you can leave it where it is for 3 days and come back and check on it later, which is what I actually want to do. I would rather leave it so you can see what happens to it later. I probably should organize these a bit better. Also, I didn't really need to do anything because I could have thrown these wallpapers away. Yeah, I think for now, though, we'll just move all the jungle-based stuff into here for when I've got more time, energy, space, etc. Sure, by the time that I bring these back out, they're gonna put in another one. But let's see. Yeah, I think that'll probably be our last dose of cranberries. We'll probably move on to another crop, I think. Whatever we've got a bunch of. Alright, so that'll add a little more value to what we got here. Let's see, that's just some iron ore. The torches, because why not? Do I have time to go get that extra prize ticket? I probably have time, but I will need to bring my axe with me. Move that down there. Yeah, it should have time to go ahead and get it. Even though we're heading that way tomorrow, because it's over by the bookseller. There's not really too much else going on since the luau eats up the time of the day, as it were. So, I do want to show something besides just the luau, so might as well do this. Yeah, I think we'll have enough time. So, you know where the bookseller is. It's behind the Joja Mart store. It's not anything new. We've seen this all before. If you go back behind here, there's a tree and some stumps. You can cut these down for hardwood, obviously. But you'll notice there's a package once I get rid of the excess trees back here. I think I'm actually going to do this too, because like I said, I'm running low on wood, so this was also a good excuse for that, I guess. But yes, if you clear out all this stuff, you can find an additional prize ticket back here. That's always what it will be, but hey, it's a nice little bonus, so if you're interested in that and you want it, then by all means. Also, I figured those trees that I just chopped down were considered as part of the town, so I assumed you couldn't cut them down, but it looks like you can. It wasn't a ton or anything, but I'll take it. It could always come in handy. That does mean I might need to poke around in the forest tomorrow and see if any trees have regrown for me to chop down. I don't think we need any wood for the next house upgrade thing, but I'm not completely certain about that. So, don't take my word as gospel by any stretch. I think these are all going to go in the same place except for the seeds. Well, almost everything is. That's not. I'll hang on to the axe just in case I need it in the morning. Yep, but sure enough, there you are, you little goober. Yeah, we'll deal with that another day. I think we got back pretty much what we put into buying those decals and stuff. Decently close, if nothing else. The bookseller's in town today, as is the rain. I'd rather have the coal, personally. Our blessing is friendship, so we'll probably try to talk to people again today. And we've also got mail. Also, I put this in completely the wrong bin. I could have sworn I was here, but I guess not. There we go, that's much better. What do we got for mail? Delta made you a little treat. Dig in, your friend Gus. Thanks, man. Vegetable medley. No, I wanted to put the jelly in there. There we go. I think I'll just not put one in that last jelly jar. Let them all kind of settle to where they're cycled up again, basically. Alright, today is also Friday, so we've also got Traveling Merchant as well on top of Bookseller. The Bookseller is going to be the more important of the two, obviously, but that said, I'm going to run around and do routine, and I will see you guys when that is done. Actually, wait, I'm going to show routine today just to show one other important thing, and that is that it mentions that pigs cannot hunt for truffles in the winter, and that is true. But the other place that they cannot hunt, or the other time that they can't hunt for truffles, is while it is raining. So do bear that in mind, and it could be one of the reasons that you might choose the sheep over the pigs, is the sheep will always be able to give you wool once they're fully good to go. It won't matter the time of year, it won't matter the weather condition, they'll always be able to do that for you. So, just something to consider. Though I think that is ultimately better if you went for like the more rancher profession stuff, i.e. not what we went for in our skills, which was not that. We went for tiller and artisan, so the downside of choosing the ranching stuff is you can't have artisan for that 1.4 boost for the things like your wine, your cheese, your truffles, so I personally feel like artisan's more worth it myself, but that's up to you. Really go with whatever you like. And what I'd like right now is to actually be able to move at a decent speed here. I think I'll leave those in there for now. Well, actually, no. I should go ahead and grab them. One thing I could do is if I don't have a lot of money on hand is I could drop all this off physically at Pierre's and get the money right now. And that would probably be the better thing to do. Tomatoes are also ready, which is good. So I don't think we had a lot of these left. I try to keep a fair few because I think these are used in quite a bit of recipes. But truthfully, I don't remember exactly how many we had in storage. Also, the hops are ready, and that's good. That'll be your pale ales right there. And it is a thunderstorm, so we'll also be getting the batteries. Feeling pretty good. Alright, no need to change anything for now then. Yeah, how are we on tomato? Yeah, we don't have a lot of these. I'll toss the default ones in, I think. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Let's grab a carrot for our horse. Yeah, I do want to sell all this. Yeah, we'll go to the bookseller first, I think, just because Pierre's is on the way, and I can drop this off for more money. Ooh, more of these. Yes, please. Gladly take more of those. Just because you have one, my brain was saying cellar, just because you have one barn or shed or whatever full of casks doesn't mean you can't make another one, by the way. You're more than welcome to just fill up the place with them. Alright, that gives us over 101,000 for our amount, so hopefully that's enough for all the books I want to buy. I know Way of the Wind is pretty dang expensive, though, so we're going to find out if we're coming up short here. Hi, how you doing? 35,000 for Way of the Wind 2. Yeah, I'm definitely taking it then. Horse the book, you gain a little extra speed when riding a horse. Yep, I want that as well. Old Slither Legs, you can run a lot faster through grass and crops. Yep, grass and crops, yes. Grass and crops. Yep, I want all 3 of these. Three new powers, and with that, we've got that 1 that's left. And again, I know where this is. It's in that area we haven't unlocked by getting the boat completed. So that's what we're missing there. I'm really quickly going to look up what that fish icon is. I'm going to assume that's like a, hey, you've caught all fish. But I want to be sure. Alright, we are back. That's my mistake. That's actually not a fish at all, but it is also on that area that the boat will take us to. So that means that it is also something I don't have access to. So the only real thing that's left on here we can do right now with what we've got is getting that last mastery skill. And we are pretty close. But I'm glad we picked those up. It'll be nice to be able to move faster with and without the horse. That will be a very good boon to have, for sure. So let's check the Traveling Merchant. I think we're kind of at the point where we probably don't really need to do that anymore. I don't think there's anything that's like the be-all, end-all of like, oh, this is the only place to get it is just the Traveling Merchant or anything like that. There might be, but I don't really think there is. There are some trees to cut down here, though, and I'm probably going to do that. I'm not going to lie. Is there anything in here? Oil of garlic. Drink this and weaker monsters will avoid you. Yeah, not really. Yeah, we did just spend quite a bit there. That was, what, 75,000, but that was all on things that we actually did want. That would otherwise we'd have to wait for another bookseller run around, so I think personally it was worth it. So now we're just going to kind of restock a little bit of our supplies for wood and fiber here. And we'll figure out what to do from there. I should go talk to Kent and the dwarf, though, as it is a friendship-boosted day. Thankfully, it won't take me long to chop the trees down with an iridium axe. I'm glad that this is actually growing. The debris here is actually very much appreciated. Do need that fiber. It's really that Statue of Blessings, though. Like, is it worth it? Yeah, but the fact it eats up a full stack of fiber is a lot. Since this will help with mastery skills, I'll grab any forageables we see as well. Hi, Hat Mouse. How's it going? I don't think you're really going to have too many new hats since last I talked to you. I think maybe 1 or 2 from the achievements. I think I've mentioned this before, but for the record, that's what the new hats are directly tied to, is the achievements in-game. Like, oh, if you've befriended, like, 8 people with 5 hearts or more friendship, that unlocks an achievement in-game, and that also unlocks the corresponding hat from the Hat Mouse to buy. Potentially means more acorn seeds for mystic trees. I do need to get more of those. If you think 1 is enough, I've got real bad news for you. It's not going to be anywhere near enough. Those are enough to where, like, at some point I might genuinely dedicate part of the farm to just the mystic trees, and also part of their other counterparts that we have not crafted at all, which is the mushroom log. Grows mushrooms over so often, the more wild trees nearby, the better it works. They can be ones you've also planted. They just mean trees like this. And what type of mushroom you get will depend on what type of tree you plant there, whether it's oak, pine, mystic, etc. Mystic is obviously the best choice. If it's not those, probably consistently is going to be the pine, because you're consistently going to get the chanterelles, which are pretty good. Other ones give you like a small chance for the purple mushroom, like a 90% chance for a mushroom that's not worth as much. So probably better to just go for the steady, surefire thing. And we should have pretty much a full stack by the time we're done out here, which is good. wonder how many levels you could get somebody in foraging if you brought like a new player onto the file I'm doing here, and then it was like, okay, here's just like we completely grew the quarry out, the desert out, it's full of nothing but trees, and here's an iridium axe and infinite energy. See how many levels you can gain in a day. I bet they could get to level 5 with no problem. Be interesting to see, though. Yeah, 919, that's basically a full stack. I'm feeling a lot more comfortable with that amount. 27,404. So about 2,500 left, roughly. I assume everybody's home, yep, because of all the rain and stuff. Oh, Kent, you're actually not home. I guess that makes sense. He probably wouldn't mind hanging out in the rain all that much. Is he down in his usual... No, he's not. You up here, perhaps? Where are you, buddy? There you are. How's it going? How'd he keep fit? Yeah. I was wondering if he'd have any comment on the rain of like, oh, he likes the rain for whatever reason. Of like getting the dust out of the sky or something like that. Alright, we'll head back to the dwarf. I might make a quick sweep around the mountains too and chop down the trees that are available there as well. And from there, I'm actually not fully sure what we'll do. We'll figure it out. There's a full stack and then some. We could check the quarry as well. That's one other option. We have not been there in a while. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. See how things are looking over there. Yeah, I got a fair few of these grown, it looks like. Rocks are kind of making this hard to navigate. But yes, here we are. Excellent, excellent. Between that and the fact we just picked up more than enough wood to do it, that's going to be enough to make sure that we can successfully get the rest of the kegs. And since one of your best options is starfruit, there is a good chance that that will be done pretty soon. I think that takes 13 days in the game. And I probably planted them on day 1, so they're going to be done pretty dang soon, I think. How many did that give us? 14. Nice. Yeah, that's a good amount right there. I'm still going to keep those trees there for the oak resin, because I don't remember off the top of my head what else they're used for. If you catch a fish, take a moment to thank it for its sacrifice. Even if you don't believe in the spirit of a fish, it's good mental exercise. You need to be aware of our effect on the environment. Yeah, true. Oh, that's right, I used tappers on these. We'll take that, however, and I'll go ahead and chop this one down that doesn't have anything on it. I guess I'm thinking, like, I'm not thanking the tree for its sacrifice in game or anything like that, but I am aware of, like, oh yeah, we will need more wood, so, like, I need to let more of that grow. I can't just cut it down every time I see it. Let's actually put more stuff up so I can get a better handle on what I do and don't have here. I think I'm just going to go ahead and toss the forageables in here. These will go in here. Okay, that's a lot better. First things first. The last 2 pieces, we'll have 26 when that is all said and done. Drop that in there as well. We could exchange the prize tickets, and I probably will go ahead and do that. But first, I do want to get those remaining kegs made. So let's do that. I think it's going to be 14 pieces at all, much less the full stack of wood here. But I'll just bring it all with me, and then we'll figure out exactly what we got left after the fact. Yeah, see, the coffee doesn't actually take that long, so it's not too bad. 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, and then 2 more. There we go. That is what I want my layout to look like. It is officially done. I'm curious about how many kegs there are in here. I'll need to keep an eye on that. And as I did mention for my idea, I'm going to have one out here as well. This will basically tell me without going into the house of, oh, hey, because you started these all at the same time, if that one outside is done, then all the ones inside are also done. So that way I don't have to keep going in and out and trying to figure out, like, oh, am I done with this? Is this one good? Is it not? We'll just know. It also means I can start saving my oak resins for things that aren't that, which will be nice. Put that away. What else to do other than go and reclaim the prize tickets? Probably just fishing, honestly. And I'll throw that stuff in the smokers right before I head out. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what we'll stick with here. That wasn't what I meant to do. I meant to grab that. We're running pretty low on iron. And I do need to grab more and stop using it for bombs, but that'll be what I do next. Alright, let's go grab those prize ticket rewards. I've already forgotten what they are, admittedly. I think one of them was the iridium sprinkler. I think that was one of the ones that was coming up. But I was not looking at the... I think it might be that and a treasure chest. I was not looking at it super diligently last time I was rolling around here. Hey, Lewis. Oh, yeah, sure enough. Treasure chest and sprinkler. So the next is going to be a houseplant, 15 bombs. And after that, 5 mystery boxes. So yeah, those aren't going to be too terribly great. But hey, I'm fine with the treasure chest. That'll give us some of the money back we spent on the books. So I'm more than okay with this. I think from here we just go straight to the fishing area. Hey, Kent. How's it going? You're just going to hang out there for a little bit? That's fair. If it was raining, I would do the same. I would love to spend more time just watching the rain, like, especially when it's like a cool rain, not even cold. Even if it's cold, like, set out on a balcony porch where you can't get wet, but just like with a blanket, cup of hot chocolate. Yeah. Literally would not need a phone, tablet, game system, nothing. I could just sit there and watch it for hours. Normally I'd say at this point we'd cut, but honestly we already have a pretty short video as it is here due to the luau, so I think we're good to just kind of chill and hang out here for a little bit. Kind of just vibe. I'm kind of wondering what I could plant a bunch of in the casks. It probably will just be the starfruit. That would be the easiest choice. I should have enough for at least one, like, push on those, honestly. Because I would rather sell the starfruit that are any sort of quality that's not normal quality, that don't have a star by them, basically. And all the ones that are just normal quality, those are the ones I would put in there. Shrimp cocktail. Scrumptious appetizer made with freshly caught shrimp. Fishing and luck. Yeah, unfortunately, shrimp cocktail is kind of the one way I don't really like shrimp. I think it's a texture thing. When shrimp are not cooked, or they're cooked in that way, they just don't do it for me. It still feels too alive, if that makes any sense. And that's coming from a carnivore. Like, I very much love to eat meat, but I don't even like my steaks super rare. Like, I would typically order a steak at probably somewhere between medium to medium well. I just don't want it super, not even cold, but I don't know, just eh. And to be fair, I know with steaks and like that, when you get like the red stuff oozing from a steak, that's not blood. Like, it's already already made sure that that's not going to tackle worn out. I don't think I have any of the tackles and stuff with me. That's okay, though. We'll just keep going until it hits probably about 1 o'clock, maybe. It feels like a good time to call it there, I think. I do feel like decently soon we are going to start getting to the point where I genuinely will consider making each episode 3 videos long, or 3 days long, maybe even 4. Just due to, like, cutting a bunch of stuff like this where it's just money-making, but there's still a little bit left going on, enough that it's worth the time to show. Like, you know, the house upgrades, getting the books, there's still things to pick up. They're just a little bit more expensive, but when it's things of like, oh, I'm grinding up money for the obelisks or anything like that, that will be the point where it's kind of like, yeah, there's not really anything to show here. This is just me doing the same thing over, of moving artisan stuff over to continue to work on getting it to be high quality, and then doing things like fishing here where you're just trying to make extra income. Wow, that had a lot in it. Okay. Well, I'll take that and read that for experience. That's going to be going to the sheep, obviously. We're close. We're real close. About 1,500 away. And it'll be less than that by the time I head back to the house. Yeah, I think 1 o'clock might be a little bit too late to leave. I'm going to think like 12:30, 12:40 maybe. So probably get time for 1 to 2 more casts after this one. Depending on how quickly we catch stuff. Yeah, the more and more that I have, like, the advanced iridium rod with the bait and bobbers to make this go faster, the more and more I'm like, yeah, the faster you buy the iridium rod in multiplayer, the better off you'll be. Single, you can get away with it because time's not passing while you're catching the fish, but yeah, you'd get slowed down quite a bit by just trying to catch the fish. Even if you get perfect cast, it's still going to take you 20 minutes, basically, in-game to do that. Alright, let's head back home, drop off some of this stuff in the smoker, and see where we go from there. What's our biggest one here? Probably the pike. Oh, it's because there's 2 of them. I was like, why is this one 374 and this one 250? Because I don't know how to read. That's how. Alright. One there. One there. We already had the coal on hand, which was good, because I forgot about that section of it. Fire quartz, the rest of the fish, the treasure chest, the roe. I don't really need the food stuff. I am going to hang on to the tea, obviously. I don't need that. Just so this is at the bottom, so it's easier for me to find. These can all go up. Forgot to throw that shad in there. That can also go in here. That away. Crusher. I'll put the sprinkler in here for now, I guess. The animal cracker I can move here. There shouldn't be anything other than... Callie! Callie! Why? You devious creature, you. One of our lower numbers in a while, but I would say it was still good progress. It let us restock a lot of things that we needed to restock, and also finish up a few things in terms of, like, getting the shed fully stocked that we needed to do. So I would not say it was a loss by any stretch. And we're going to be getting pretty decently close. I think probably next week in game we'll have enough to get them to full hearts. That's just a guess, though. I can't say that for certain. So yeah, we're nearly there on friendship with everybody. Skill-wise, we are almost there. We're like 1,500 away from getting level 5 on that. So the skills will be done, because that's it for mastery once you get that last thing. So we'll be completely past that. Crafting everything we're kind of waiting on. Animals, I feel like we're doing pretty good. We've got basically everything other than one thing that's not available yet, and the dinosaur, which is in the process of being turned into a dinosaur once more. Collectibles, we can't get this right now, or this. We're about to get this. Collections, we've sold just about everything that we can. Not really everything, but I haven't been focusing too hard on this, like even a wild plum hasn't been sold yet. Fish were basically there. That's a fall fish. Those are in that area we haven't gone to. Artifacts, we'll have that soon. These we kind of just have to wait on. Cooking, we're not doing yet. Letters, secret notes, those are all done. Minerals are done. We're almost on read every book, catch every fish. We're helping with the raccoons growing their family. Most powerful weapon we need that area for. Crafting and shipping every item, that'll take a while. But we're nearly there. We're making good headway, I would say. Kind of wander around out here real quick. Yep, see the... Ah, there we go. There's some roe down there, too. Which probably means that you're going to be ready. Oh, no. It's not. Lava eel roe. 380 for that, or you can throw it in a preserves jar to make it an artisan crop. So that'll give you an idea of... You could be making pretty good money off those. And they don't necessarily only give you one, either. They can give you more. So we'll see how that goes. Until then, let's end things off up here. We'll end it in the nursery, because why not? Can you go to bed in these beds? No, has to be your own. We'll end it off here. So, thank you all for watching this episode of Stardew Valley here on Fantasy Farm. Next time, at least on the Sunday, we'll be able to gift the villagers a little bit more and hopefully get close to the end of that. As for other things, crops should be starting to grow in pretty soon, like the blueberries and the starfruit, so we'll start having our income back for that. Might be doing house upgrades with Robin, that kind of thing. But for now, that will end it for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.